Out here spraying off the last field of cover. This is what we were grazing a couple weeks ago. It was half Triticale, half wheat. The wheat was just keeping up the seed costs from our own bin of seed wheat. It's a little thinner here where they graze, but should still provide cover. We got that inch of rain last night. Hopefully we'll get more in May and drill this towards the end of May.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
Okay, we got a chance of rain on Sunday. It's Friday evening, but we got some beans and decided to put in these in the earliest cover crop that I sprayed. So this could definitely get muddy down here, and we've got good moisture. This is probably the heaviest cover I've planted into. We'll see how it does. Corn stalks here. 2 years ago we had double crop Milo that didn't do real great. It's basically all gone, it seems like. I think beans like residue. They like going behind good crops. This is where we raised our best corn last year because it caught some rains, and like I said, it's usually a pretty muddy field. On wet years we have a terrible time getting in here. My beans in good moisture. We're going about 1.5 inches deep just to make sure they get down there. We decided to plant them because the planter's been running and we just wanted to be able to get them in. This will help shade until the beans can get up and canopy. And when we plant beans this early, they ought to canopy. Our later beans on upland that we don't expect to get as tall, we like to drill so they canopy faster. And the planter just got done with corn, so all we had to do was switch the plates, turn off the fertilizer, and get seed, and away we went. Now we're in some pretty tall stuff. Can't see what's going on. No dust. Looks pretty nice going in the ground. Hope it rains, but that's always the case. Riley's down there to pick me up. She got to go with the kids to the lake with Grandma and Grandpa, her parents. I didn't get to go because I chose to do this, but this is fun too. She was kind enough to go out of her way 15 minutes to come get me.
We're gonna do a NASCAR pit stop on this water trailer. We gotta move the tank to the next paddock. They just didn't quite get it all drank. These cows, they broke out of a gate in the corner of that east pasture and they got onto this fresh burn stuff. So they saw this beautiful burned ground and they said they really wanted to eat that grass. So we're gonna have to try to figure out how to get them off of here. Why in the world would we leave this lush green pasture to follow you back to where we know there isn't any grass? I gotta convince them that it's just as good over here. Boys! This is what's waiting for you cows if you come through. We've got good brome growing by this pond dam. Boys, look at all this lush brome, cows. There's plenty in this paddock. This hasn't been touched yet this year. They ought to be pretty happy here. But it's another, oh man, this is amazing, honestly. Hopefully we don't have to chase any, but there might be some stragglers back in that other pasture trees area. That's a mother-daughter right there, mother-daughter. We're short one.
We getting ready to plant some soybeans? Yeah. Can you show it to me? Nice.
brought Daddy some lunch, huh? There he goes. Yep. You watching Daddy? Yep.
Well, today we are finishing up this field, planting into Triticale that we sprayed off, what was that, 1 or 2 videos ago. Pretty good planting conditions, plenty of moisture. There's a chance of rain this weekend, possibly up to 2 inches. So, you know, for as dry as we've been, this field here is probably our wettest field on average year round. It sits low, it's along a creek. It's always wet, and so the goal with it is always to get it planted. Even if we're dry, if we're in a drought, you want to get it planted when you can, because it can get too wet in a hurry. You guys saw Brighton was riding with me earlier. That's always fun to have your daughter join you in the cab. Yesterday, you might remember, we were chopping the Triticale. And those Kansas clouds were just lighting up the sky. You know, people say that Kansas doesn't have much scenery because, you know, it's flat or whatever. But to me, half of your scenery is your sky. And Kansas has some really good skies. I've been to all 50 states. Kansas ranks top 5 in their skies. So I like Kansas scenery, even if it's just the skies. But I do like the flatlands and the rolling hills too. We don't have large hills by any means, but we definitely have some roll to it. In our videos, especially the drone videos, Kansas always looks a lot flatter than it actually is. You can't always trust the video for what things look like, but these clouds, they look pretty good on video. All right, knocked out this whole field here, and now I'm gonna fill one more time and then go to the next 80 acres. Should all fit on these tanks here. Does anyone else take their shoes off and put their feet up once you're playing at night? Maybe when you're playing in the daytime. I take my shoes off during the daytime sometimes too. Might as well get comfortable. So it's been a nice long day. I've been in here since early this morning. Gotten a couple 100 acres done. There's a chance of rain tomorrow, so one of the reasons why I'm staying out late. The other reason is because had to work on the planter some, so we were set back a few hours there in the afternoon, but things are working good now. Been rolling for a couple hours here with no issues. So hoping to get this 80 I'm on done tonight. Still got a couple hours left on it, so hoping to get home before midnight, but then you know, let it rain. Typically I do most of the late shifts on our farm. I'm a night owl. I like working at night. It's relaxing to me. It's either relaxing or I'm listening to music or, you know, having a good time, whatever. I enjoy being out here. Nathan spent the day spraying. I'm not sure if he vlogged any or how much he got done, but that's what he was doing. Dad was baling that Triticale that we didn't chop. We baled about 20 acres of it because it kind of got too dry on us. And then Kendal, well, everybody this morning helped put tires on the Triticale silage pile, and then Kendal left this afternoon to go to his brother-in-law's graduation. So Kendal's been gone the back half of the day, but we're pretty much, once I get this field done, we're pretty much caught up for the moment and ready for more rain. There's a 90% chance of rain on Mother's Day tomorrow, and so we'll see if it pans out. But it's supposed to rain like all week next week, so we've been pushing pretty hard this week. I'm feeling the amount of hours we put in this week on Saturday night here, but usually if you're pushing for a rain and then it rains, you know, you get the satisfaction of having worked hard and to beat the rain, and then the rain gives you the satisfaction of a job well done. And that's why when it doesn't rain, it's so hard and so disheartening. But it did rain this last time, so we're 1 for our last one. We were 1 for 8 before that. So here's hoping that the trend continues and it keeps raining when it says it's going to rain.
Is that fun biting? Do you want to pedal? It's a Tuesday morning, sorting day for steers. We sold like 4 weeks in a row. Took last week off. There's some really good doing Charolais in here, and then some Angus Cross Blacks. And, so it's gonna make a really good sort up. We got a lot to choose from today, so they're gonna weigh pretty heavy. Means we took a week off. The last time we sold, they weighed 860. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, 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 hey. Some of this mud is from running a water tank over. It's not all from rain. All right. Okay, I think we've got 2 loads. Okay, we got a really good bunch of cattle here. Black, reds, and Shars. 121 head, pretty much perfect load on 2 trucks. Okay, putting cattle back pen 10. And the ones to sell, gonna come through on this side. I got the fall pairs. They've been on this really big paddock that has the best water. This paddock has no water, but it's got a lot of grass coming. Instead of letting them through over there, I'm going to build a gate here so that this wire can stay hot, because the source of the hot wire voltage is coming from that way. So they'll be able to walk back and forth on this end, the south. You get to this green grass and then walk back to the pond. So they are my 1-year-old replacement. There'll be 2 whenever they calve this fall, and all the older fall cows here too. There's the new tank. There's the pond. Here's my hose down to the float, and here's our new source of water. We're gonna fill the big tank and then run the blue tank with the float out of this tank. Okay, got some dirt in there. So I unhooked it and then put it back on, but it's flowing out now. This big tank's got 5,000 gallon in it from the trailer, and I'll leave these valves open, and it'll come, the only pressure will come through this hose into the tank. When the tank is full, that valve will be pushed up and it'll shut off. And then I'm gonna go and get a panel to put around these valves so the cows can't mess them up. Got the solar powered fence energizer, poly wire down across over there and then back up to the tank. Okay, we're in the pen 6. Taking this pen out to sell today. They're cleaned up with their feed. I got the truck ready. We're gonna try to get them in there and back before noon, and then Greg will take the second load. We've got 4 of the 5 compartments loaded. Dad's bringing up the last 6. Okay, I am back for round 2. Another 60 steers here. Greg's gonna haul this load in. He's around here somewhere. I saw his pickup. My dad already got them sorted into compartments, so it should go pretty quick.
Morning everyone. I haven't done much vlogging this week. Basically just been spraying a bunch. We posted the corn. We try to spray it when it's about 8 to 10 inches tall, and then hopefully it won't need anything else until fertilizer. If we're feeling optimistic, we'll probably put some more fertilizer out there. Today we're gonna try to get 2 little things done, and then Greg and I are supposed to leave on a speaking trip by like 2 p.m. So we just have 35 acres of forage sorghum, so we'll test out the whole Milo system and everything. We got the Milo plates in there, and we like to put it in so that it kind of gets done right around the time the corn silage does, and we can kind of chop it all together. Right beside it, we're gonna do 35 acres of millet. This year, actually, we're doing a millet mung bean mix. We'll have a legume and a grass together and see how they grow and how nice of hay that makes. It limits our weed control options, so we'll see. But this field has been decently clean, and if you have a few weeds, I guess our idea is we swath them and bale it before they make a ton of seed. Alright, Greg is going to trade me off, and I'm going to get the sprayer going. He's working on getting the drill going, and we're all 3 going to be on this field kind of, so that's fun. This is the field we grazed Milo stalks on with the pears during all that snow. It's definitely a little roughed up. We should be able to grow some forage here and then kind of reset it drilling wheat this fall.
Okay, I got here with seed. Greg's drilling the north half of this to forage sorghum, and then we're gonna put part behind the waterway over there too, a millet mung bean mix. So we're gonna have both of our planting rigs in the same field. Off of this pallet into the truck.
Are we both planting soybeans in the same field? No. I am planting forage sorghum, and Nathan is planting that half of the field to millet. It's rare that we have 2 seeders going in the same field, but he's doing that millet with the air seeder, and then I am almost done with my half here with the forage sorghum. We're going to do about 35-40 acres, and then about 30-35 acres on the south side there. So on this lower side is where we're putting the forage sorghum, maybe a little better soil, and then on the south side is kind of the tougher soil where we're going to put the millet. All right, we got the north half knocked out. Nathan's gonna finish drilling the south half. I'm gonna take the truck and trailer back to the farm till we do our next field. Some years we're in a rush during planting. We're trying to beat rains, or we're behind. This year's been pretty easy going from the start of corn till now. We've already got, a good chunk of our beans in, getting the forage sorghum and the millet in. Beans, we like to kind of wait till the end of May to plant anyway, so there's really no rush on those. And then Milo isn't typically till June anyway, sometimes even mid-June. And so, yeah, it's just not much of a rush this year, which is nice. But we would like some rain. We'd rather be rushing it because of rain than have it be nice and relaxed because it's so dry. But there is another chance this weekend. So hopefully what we get planted today, we'll get a nice rain this weekend, and that would be best case scenario.
Putting in this millet mung bean mix. Okay, it is a Saturday. Greg and Nathan are in Massachusetts. I finished drilling some millet yesterday, and Greg planted that forage sorghum. And so the planter and the drill are caught up for now. So we're gonna put them back in this shed. It's been a while since we've had both of the seeding equipment things up here at the home place. But I'm gonna play a little bit of Tetris, getting them in the shed. So I just moved the forage harvester. We need to do some work on the knives, and then unhook the fertilizer cart and wiggle the planter in here and the air seeder first, and then move another tractor in here and a loader. So playing a little bit of Tetris. Any youngins watching probably don't know what Tetris was. That was one of the video games we played before there was fancy video games about lining up the blocks. This is one of the hotter days we've had so far this year. We're gonna break 90. And so yeah, it's kind of, I don't think it's gonna rain, but it's mostly about getting the stuff out of the sun. Okay, so I just pulled the big loader in, the air seeder in the corner. Then well, the sprayer was already in here, back the 5830 in here. Still a little bit of space over there. Anyway, now it'll be in for Sunday, out in the sun. It's a Sunday night, Sunday evening. We got dark skies to our northwest. So shout out to you over there at Hayes for getting rain. Hopefully you're enjoying it. We are hoping that it drops down to Salina, to Assyria, and hits us. We got a pretty good chance from between 7 and 8. Okay, I packed a lot of stuff under this roof. We got 4 trucks, a grain cart, a mower, 730, sidekick, 4050. It's looking dark. Looks pretty promising. Okay, so some of you have probably never met Laura's dog. She's here for the weekend. So her and Crosby are having lots of fun playing up here. My dad's brought her up. She's still a young pup, so she's got lots of energy. Crosby's feeling a little nervous because he knows there's a storm coming, but I wanted him to get some energy out before he spends the rest of the evening inside scared of the storms.
That's a pretty nasty looking storm cell coming this way. It might go north of us. But we're hoping it drops down and gives us some moisture. But that looks... Ooh.
And the clouds are going like every direction.
It's raining! We're here at Mom and Dad's celebrating Mother's Day a week late. But we got a big old storm that rolled through here. What's it doing outside? Inhaling. What sound is it making?
Piddle paddle, piddle paddle, piddle paddle.
Yeah, what about the thunder? Ooh, there was another one. Boom! All right, here's the newest member of the Peterson family.
Aubrey Joy Clausen.
To Walker and Laura. Hi, Aubrey.
Her headband.
What's her name?
Aubrey.
Aubrey. Can you say Aubrey Joy?
Aubrey Joy.
Aww. You love your new cousin?
So the bunk line got a lot of water in it. And this irrigation pond has the most water I've seen in it for maybe 2 years. It's got a long ways to go as far as gallons it could fill up, but it's really nice to see that filling up, and it's nice to know now that our cover crops that are planted to kind of hold the soil in place during big rains in the spring are actually had a big rain in the spring to do that with.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.